Well, here the students, when they were silently fighting against this, they got courage and they started fighting against these books and the style that the French were following, in a manner that they actually started making parties by which they protested against the French. The biggest and the most important was the party of the young NN. Remember, Tonkin Free School is a school wherein whatever the books were, whatever the style of dressing up and the uniform was, it was all meant to hurt the Vietnamese culture. In the books, they were described as uncivilized and they were told to have a short haircut and speak and imbibe the French language, the French culture and the ideas. Now, when all this resistance was going on, there was one example which actually caught the frenzy of most of the Vietnamese. It so happened that at Saigon Girls' School in 1926, the students of that school protested because a native girl who was sitting on the front row was told to go and sit on the last bench because she was not a French. When she resisted, when she refused to go and sit on the last bench, she was expelled from the school. Now, when she was expelled from the school, other students also resisted, who too were expelled. But this movement became so big that ultimately the government had to bow down and they had to take in all the students back into the school, which means the protest against the French people in the educational system, that is, everybody was equal in the classroom, became clear to them. Now, here we understand that it was almost like an example of the ill treatment of the Indians which was done by the Britishers. If you remember, Gandhi was thrown out of the compartment in a railway train because that particular coach was meant just for the Britishers. So, here too the front rows were meant for just the French students, and when this girl protested followed by others, it came out to be a successful movement, a big blow to the French authority in Vietnam. I continue with it in the next clipping.